Now at 6, search and recovery efforts continue tonight in New Haven for a missing 15-year-old. First responders say early this morning the boy went into the West River and hasn't been seen since. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brent Harden. Crews continue to expand search efforts tonight with help from surrounding areas. This is the area where they are right now. Boston Post Road near L.A.T. Grasso Boulevard remain closed as the search continues. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson is live at the bridge where the boy went into the water. Jamel, what's happening there now?
Yeah, Brent, what's happening now is a fresh set of crews just came here to trade off with some of those crews that have been here all day. And we've been waiting on an update from those search crews, but they haven't given us anything else than what they gave us this morning. What we do know is that around 4:30, New Haven police were called here for a report of 2 people entering the water. One of those was that 13-year-old teenager. Officials say West Haven police were on scene at the time and saw him go into the river, but didn't see the boy come out. Shortly after, a third family member went in, but was only able to save the relative. New Haven Mayor Justin Elicker says he spoke to the mother of the family.
You can imagine some family members are here, what kind of trauma the family's going through right now, to know that their loved one may not come home. I have to be honest, we're not incredibly optimistic.
Initially, first responders started rescue efforts, but after several hours and an expanded 3-mile search into the Long Island Sound, they switched to recovery. New Haven Fire Chief Daniel Coughlin said the strong river current could have carried the boy further than where he initially entered the water, and that earlier rain could have made the search more difficult.
If you notice, the West River comes through here. There's locks behind you. Those locks attempt to slow the current a bit just by design, and but there's still a strong current from the locks all the way out to Long Island Sound. It's always different when there's children involved, but water rescues are never easy. Water searches are extremely difficult. So this is an arduous task. They're out there, they have their search patterns, they have their area that they're searching, but it is not easy. And these aren't clear Florida waters. You know, these are dark waters.
Mayor Elicker did confirm the boy is a New Haven school student and he is in contact with the principal of his school.
Principal will be contacting the school community about it as well. What I understand is that he was a beloved member of the school community and someone that was active in his school community. He was about to enter 8th grade. So, you know, it's not just the family that's impacted here, but a much broader community.
Now, the family has been camped out here all day. We've tried to speak to them, but they didn't want to provide comment yet. In New Haven, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
All right, Jamel, thank you. Time for a look at the weather now. The rain that's been with us for days is almost done. There are a few more showers in store for some parts of the state tonight, but then it's all sunshine from there. Meteorologist Sam Sampiri has the latest on the forecast. Sam?
That's right, Brent. And you see a little bit of sunshine here, our live Hartford cam here looking at 84. And yeah, we have some partly cloudy skies, and it's the way it is. Some towns have some sunshine, other towns got some pop-up showers. 78 now. And you see a live Doppler showing a lot of the pop-up showers are starting to dissipate, but they're more confined to southwestern Connecticut, putting it into motion. I can't rule out the chance that these will linger a little bit longer because of up to the north here. You can see that this storm system is stubborn to move away. Plus, you have a lot of cold air aloft. And so when you have the sunshine, and the more sunshine you get, the more pop-up showers you can get in this kind of an atmosphere. Meanwhile, temperatures are fairly comfortable, a little bit on the humid side this evening and this afternoon, actually. But winds have turned around to the north, and we're starting to see those dew points drop off. So coming up, I will detail tomorrow. Look at this, partly to mostly sunny with high temperatures topping out into the low 80s. Coming up, I'll detail the weekend, and we'll look ahead into the first full week of August. We haven't had any heat in a while. Will there be a return to those hazy, hot, humid days? Details coming up in a few minutes. Brent?
All right, Sam, thank you. Well, crews in Waterbury continue working to repair a water main break on Tompkins Street. They're hoping to have it done by later today or Friday. Thousands of people are hoping it's fixed soon as well because they're still without water. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson joins us live where they're giving out water to those affected. Victoria, it's been a busy afternoon there once again. We understand you have an update for us.
That's right, Brent. I did want to show you guys how busy it's been. I got here around 2. The water distribution site started at 3, and we've seen 3 truckloads of water come in. This is the 3rd truck, and you can see there's only 2 pallets of water left. I want to show you guys the distribution center really quickly. It slowed down a little bit, but earlier when it opened at 3, there was an entire line of cars outside waiting. I spoke to one man who waited for almost an hour to be one of the first cars inside. He said that he's thankful for the city, but it's getting a little frustrating. He's ready to return to normal with washing all his laundry, washing himself, cooking, and even flushing the toilet.
You know, water for the toilet, you know, that's the best, you know. For the cook, I buy a Home Depot, you know.
Roberto Gonzalez is one of many who need water for drinking, cooking, showering, and flushing.
Where do you want, back or?
Gonzalez was one of many who lined up for almost an hour outside of the Waterbury Municipal Stadium just to wait to get his daily case of free water.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The line wrapped around the street. It's now day 3 without water for thousands. City officials are hopeful for a fix late Thursday night or Friday, and locals are just taking in every drop they can get.
And that'll last you how long?
For this water?
Yeah.
Maybe about 1 day. 1 day.
We did want to bring you guys an update. We just got into our newsroom. Waterbury, the city of Waterbury told us that they have the parts they need to fix the water main, and they're working on it right now. They're hoping to get water returned to service as normal by midnight tonight. They said you can expect some colorization, but so far tests have come back positive. We'll keep you updated on that throughout the night. In Waterbury, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
All right, Victoria, thank you. New Haven police say a man was killed in a shooting last night. It happened around 9:30 on Edgewood Avenue, about a half mile from the Yale Bowl. Investigators say a gunman targeted 33-year-old Josiah Baptiste, who later died at a hospital. Now, this is the city's 3rd homicide so far this year. Detectives are now looking for the shooter. Jurors in the murder trial of Wallingford native Lindsay Clancy heard emotional testimony today from first responders who described trying to save her 3 young children back in 2023. Paramedics and police recounted the chaotic scene inside the family's home, where only the youngest child initially had a faint pulse. A paramedic testified that he treated Clancy for a possible opioid overdose while taking her to the hospital. Take a listen.
We noticed that her pupils were constricted and she was unresponsive, so we treated for a potential opioid overdose. We gave 2 milligrams of Narcan, and she seemed to become a little bit more agitated, trying to grab, reaching out with her arms, but no verbal communication. She never fully woke up.
Now, Clancy's defense argues she was suffering from postpartum psychosis, while prosecutors say she intentionally killed her children and should be held criminally responsible. The jury up in Plymouth, Massachusetts, was dismissed at noon today. Jurors are expected to return tomorrow morning before going out for a jury view, where they will see several areas associated with the case, including the Clancy's former home. The judge said the case is currently ahead of schedule. Well, federal investigators have served subpoenas to the city of Hartford in connection to its former treasurer, Carmen Sierra. That's according to her attorney. We don't know what's being subpoenaed exactly, but Sierra retired July 6th during an audit of the city and its pension fund, and police were called 2 days later after Sierra showed back up unallowed to her workplace. Now, she was also accused of shredding documents after police found 2 shredders that had been used. Sierra's attorney said she didn't shred any documents and only returned to complete some retirement-related matters. The attorney said she's done nothing wrong and will fully cooperate with the federal investigation. Well, Connecticut's Department of Correction is ending the use of in-cell restraints at all state prisons. So, starting September 1st, no handcuffs, shackles, or other restraints will be used while inmates are in their cells, albeit with a few exceptions, like if there's an immediate safety threat of some kind. Now, the change is part of an agreement with the group Disability Rights Connecticut, and DOC officials said it expands a recent expansion of mental health care and de-escalation training. And Cheshire investigators said they used flock surveillance cameras to find the person who vandalized a field at the high school. Take a look at the damage here. This happened Monday at the high school band field. They say the repairs will cost at least $5,000. Detectives say a teenager is responsible and they are now in the process of making an arrest. We'll get your web slingers ready. That's if you have a web slinger. The friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is back in theaters once again with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules caught up with loyal Spider-Man fans who came out to an early show and is live with fan reactions. So, Alicia, how are people liking the movie so far?
Brent, Spider-Man fans are loving the film so far. A lot of people came out in their favorite merch like I did, and I spoke with a lot of eager fans who say they're looking forward to whatever webtastic adventures Spider-Man is getting into in this film.
How can you not like Spider-Man? I don't get it.
Fans of the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man like Victor Velez are crawling to the theaters to see Spider-Man Brand New Day. This film sees Peter Parker dealing with the traumatic events of the previous film Spider-Man No Way Home. Brand New Day will explore Parker dealing with the consequences of a spell that made the world forget about him, face off against a new villain, and team up with potential new allies. After the massive success of the previous film, fans have high hopes for this movie. Velez is hoping to see the return of Venom, a fan favorite in the Spider-Man universe.
What I'm really hoping for is his return, but we know what comes with that. We know, what might happen to Peter.
There's been so much hype around the film, some fans like Mari Slevin say it was an epic battle just to get tickets.
We looked for tickets last night and we couldn't find any, so it's a miracle that we even got tickets today.
Dawn Casher said she had to grab tickets to see the webtastic Spider-Man, a hero she's loved since she was a child.
I've been watching him since in the 70s. The original Spider-Man.
The film has even attracted people like Henry Gullins, who hasn't seen a superhero movie in years.
We're entering like a whole big arc on like the whole Marvel franchise with Doomsday coming up, so I might as well get into it now.
He's using the film to prepare for Marvel's next Avengers film that comes out in December. Velez says no matter what happens in the film, he'll always come out to watch one of his favorite superheroes.
I'll grow old watching his movies. I don't care.
Now, this is Marvel's final film release before Avengers Doomsday that comes out in December, which will see fan favorite Robert Downey Jr. return, this time as the evil Dr. Doom. Now, I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio so I can go watch the movie, but for now, live in Southington, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Let me hold you up for just a second, Alicia, before you go see the film yourself. I know Tim talked to you last hour about your last name, Hercules, being in the Marvel world, but being a diehard fan yourself, want to know what you think. Who's the best Spider-Man? You got the current Tom Holland, you have the early Tobey Maguire, of course you also have Andrew Garfield. Who do you think's the best one?
Brent, that is a very hard question, and I love Tom Holland, but I'm going to have to go with the OG Tobey Maguire. That's who I grew up watching. That's what got me into superhero films, so I'm going to have to say Tobey Maguire on that one.
All right, Alicia, thank you. You know, I got to tell you, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. Like the movies, think they're fun, but I agree with you. I think Tobey Maguire. All right, Alicia, thank you. Enjoy the movie.